Hi guys. Hello. If you can hear me, please write so that I know that you can be able to hear me. Hello guys. Welcome. Welcome to this live. I hope you can hear me. If you can't, just type yes. Okay. Oh, thank you. Welcome, Desiree. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. All right. As we wait for the rest to come, let's keep writing. How was your day? How was your weekend? How is your weekend going? Oh, Esther, thank you so much, my girl. Thank you for joining. How is your day? How is the farm? We just take a few minutes to wait for the rest to join. Thank you so much, guys, for always supporting this channel. And today I would like, just as we wait for the rest to come, thank you so much. You know, I learned from you, eh? Oh, thank you, Desiree. Thank you. So as this is my official live stream, I did one, but that was kind of testing. So this is my official live stream today. And I thank you guys for, supporting this channel. I started around 4 months ago now, I think 3.5 about. And I have seen tremendous, growth from and support from you guys. So I really do appreciate you guys for continuing to support me. And right now we are at 1,700 subscribers. That is not, it's really, for me, it's a huge milestone. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. Yes, Esther, you remember when we started with 1 subscriber, then 10, then, like that. But it's been really a great journey. Of course, there's so much effort you have to put in. But yeah, of course, if you put in effort, you'll see result. So yeah. Yeah. You remember the first video? I kept looking at the first video and I just wonder, was it really me? Because it was just, can I call it a bit, it was very shady and stuff. But as we keep going, I've learned so many tricks. I've learned so much that I keep improving. And because of the support that I get from you guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Etienne. Thank you for joining. Yes, thank you so much. You are a great support system, of course. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. So as I was saying, I remember the first video I did, and it was just, I didn't know how to edit very well, and then I had so much attachment with my content. I don't want to remove this, I don't want to edit this, I don't want to do this. But these days I've learned one thing. I don't have too much attachment with my content. What has to go, and I remain with what is very important for my audience, so that they're not bored and stuff. But yeah, that is it. I don't want to get into the technical bit of it. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And as you all know, the topic today is marriage, finances, and in-laws. This is a topic that people really don't like to talk about, but people like to overlook and assume a lot of things which are very, very important. So as we wait for the rest to join, we are going to, just take some time and let's say to 10 minutes so we can just start talking about it. Thank you so much, guys. 1,700 subscribers today. We are 1,700. And I couldn't believe that we were getting there this soon because I didn't know nothing about YouTube. But here we are. So on that note, I am going to just make a small celebration, and I'm going to toss. And then as we wait for the rest of the people to join, hi Tina, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much, girl, for joining. It's a pleasure to have you here. Yes, so I was saying as we've hit the 1,000 milestone and above, we are 1,700, and we are hoping, and I'm hoping together with you guys as my family on YouTube, and also my family on my personal people, I am going to make a toast. So here we have a small, wine. So we're going to make a toast. Yes, thank you, Etienne, for reminding me. It's 1,730 today as of now. And yes, it's a great achievement. Congratulations. Hope you will grow and grow and grow. Thank you. Yes, I hope to grow and, achieve more milestones with YouTube. So you guys, if you find some time, you can always, pass by and just check out what content I have and just support a sister. Okay. So I'm going to just make a toast, and I'm going to open this here. All right. I think I'll just pick something here and just open. Okay. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Einstein. Thank you, bro. You're here. Thank you so much. I was saying the way we, like the first video, you don't know what to do and you do your thing, but as you continue to put effort, you find yourself that you learn a lot of things, right? Thank you. Woo! So I'm just doing a small toast for that because I like to celebrate small and big wins because this is what I am. So to 1,000 and above subscribers and to 1 million to go. We are going to get there. It's about time and effort. We are going to get there. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much, Desiree. Thank you. Surely the secret of that success is your natural way of doing things so naturally. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so, so much. So the topic today is marriage, finances, and in-laws. And this is something that people really overlook or just assume that things will just fall in place. And sometimes it really causes a lot of, problems after, and people now are not able to really solve such issues. So thank you so much, Ernestine. Thank you. Thank you for joining. So today we are going to talk about marriage. For those who are just joining, marriage, finances, and in-laws, and that's our topic for today. I just thought that it's something people can talk about. People can talk about without thinking so much, because these are things that happen to people, and people have experiences, whether from themselves or even from what they see around them. You know. So to begin with, I would like to just give a small introduction. So I'm going to give an introduction of myself. So my name is Leah Wanjiru Kuria Mundum. So those are my three names. Leah Wanjiru Kuria, those are my names. And then Mundum, that's my name, my husband's name that I adopted, of course. So I am a Kenyan, and I'm a mother, a wife, and yeah, I live here in Italy with my family. I just relocated like a year ago. So I just started YouTube 4 months ago when we had the COVID curfew. So we were on lockdown, and I've always thought of starting a YouTube channel, but I didn't really have a time. But when I was home, and I thought, you know what, I think this is the best time to start, instead of just sit and complain and procrastinate and say, I'm going to start some other day. I just started, and guess what? Here we are. All right. So, what is a marriage? You can just type at the comment section, guys, so that we can move together. All right. So, a marriage is a formal union between two adults, and mostly is between a man and a woman. Right? Yes. So before even the marriage, hi, Viana. No problem, no problem. I had a few technical hitches as well, so no problem. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome, 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 welcome. As we were saying, thank you, Viana. Sometimes I learn so much from you, because you make it look so easy. Viana is also a YouTuber. We have YouTubers here. We have Viana's Beauty. You can check her out. She has really amazing workout beauty videos. She has lifestyle, family. You can check her out. And then we also have a brother who is here. It's called Steen TV. He has really great stuff. If you want to know about Dubai, you want to know about the latest cars, you want to know general knowledge, he has really so much for you guys. So you can pass by. And thank you so much, Viana. Thank you for sharing me out. You can pass on their channel and check out what they have. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining this live stream. So as I was saying that when you start YouTube, it's always like, you don't know the directions very well, but day by day, as you continue to learn, you watch other YouTubers who inspire you, you get to learn so much. Like myself, I was watching people, and I got to learn so much until today that I can say I have little bits of kind of direction of where I am going, and how I need to do my things, and a bit of also structure. So thank you so much, Ms. Teen. So the topic today is marriage, finances, and in-laws. And I was saying, what is a marriage? A marriage is a union between two adults, mostly, and the one more acceptable is between a man and a woman. So yeah. And before people get together to a marriage, there's always a lot that happens that can either build that relation. And I'm not a relationship expert, by the way. I'm just saying, so you can share a few, tips, tricks, and also just experiences, general, information. before people get married, there is a lot that people are always, getting to know each other, courting, dating, and it always has a lot of excitement. And mostly people get to also ignore the part that is very important when you get to the marriage itself. Let's say, like, you need to get to know your spouse. So how do you have to know your spouse? You need to know probably their family quite well. You need to know their values, you see. You need to know, what they like. You need to know what are the goals that you have, how many kids you want to have, probably, all that combined. You need to make sure that you have it in mind, and then you set up, a kind of a, you have an agreement, kind of, to make sure that you don't have, if you have disagreements, then you have to, get to, to a kind of an agreement, you see. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Viana, for sharing me out. Thank you so, so much. I'm going to quote verse in the Bible, which says, 1 Corinthians 16-14, it says, be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. That is a quote that I like to, to read sometimes, and just, remind myself that, before you met, you two people are adults. You have your own different, kind of, mindset. You've had your separate, probably, cultures. You've had your different, social, probably even religion. So many things don't have to be in common, but you need to make sure that you are gentle with each other as you get to know each other, and, find a balance. I like to say a balance, because you can never, lean on one side more. So it's always about finding a balance. Thank you, Ernestine. Thumbs up for the host. Yes, guys, welcome. And don't forget to give a thumbs up for the host when you come. Just give a thumbs up for the host, guys. It's important. Hi, Christina. Hi, welcome. Hi, Charlie. Welcome, guys. Don't forget to give a thumbs up for the host, guys. It's very important. Hello, Christina. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so, so much. So, as I was saying, today the topic is about marriage, finances, and in-laws, which is a topic that mostly is overlooked, and it's very important. So you can leave your comments. You can leave your comments down below so that we can share together. Looking lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you, Charlie. Kaylin Tessie. Hi, Shiro. Oh, wow. Thank you so much from Mombasa. Thank you, my sister. Thank you so, so much. Don't forget to give a thumbs up when you come in. Talk with Rose. This is also another. I have two sisters here on YouTube as well. You can check out their channel. After this, we have Christina Vlog, who does a lot of lifestyle, a bit of cooking, a bit of, motherhood. And she has really, if you want to know about Jamaica, she has really good stuff for you. So you can check her channel. And also I have Talk with Rose. She's a medic, so she has a lot of stuff with young pregnancy of girls and stuff. So you can check her channel. Oh, thank you, Martina. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, thank you, guys. Oh, the support is overwhelming. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys have showed me so much support. Thank you. Martina from Kenya, we support you. Oh, I know you are, amazing people. Amazing people. Looking lovely, Charlie. Thank you. You're really glowing, my dear. Thank you so much. Thumbs up for our beautiful host. Oh, thank you. Keep the reminder. Jotham, looking good. Oh, thank you, my brother. Thank you for being here. It's amazing to see beautiful people who keep supporting me from day one. I remember when I had, like the first subscribers was just the people who are actually here right now. Those are my first subscribers. And I remember one time I was just telling myself, oh my gosh, how do people get to 1 million? I only have 50. It's been a week and I only have 50 subscribers. And yeah, here we are. We have 1,730. Can you imagine? Thank you so much, guys, for always, supporting your girl. It's amazing how when you start something and you don't have direction, I was saying I keep on checking my first video and I'm thinking, what was I doing here? But as I went along to just learn and understand how this thing works, I realized I can, do much more. Yes, Christina, nice. That's a good progress. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are a really good support system as well. So the topic today, we are talking about marriage, finances, and in-laws. You can put your contribution on the side here so that we can learn together. You are doing good, Esther. Thank you. You remember when we started, I didn't know nothing. In fact, I remember when I was editing, I didn't know how to do it. And I was just asking myself, why should I, leave out this, this clip? Why should I? But these days, I don't have so much, how can I say it? I don't have so much attachment with content. So what has to go, and what has to remain has to be like the cream and, the best of the best. Kaylin Tesi, watching live at Mombasa County. Oh, thank you so much. Wow, this is beautiful. Beautiful. Different people from different places, but supporting each other. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. Don't forget to, give a thumbs up to the host because it's very important. Thank you so much, guys. For those of you who don't know Mombasa, Mombasa is in Kenya, East Africa. It's a beautiful coastline, very clean, very nice. If you're thinking of going to Africa, you can think of going to Mombasa. It's beautiful. So the topic, as I was saying today, is marriage, finances, and in-laws. It's a topic that it's always, overlooked. And the things that you can consider before getting married, probably, I'm not a marriage expert. What I am just giving here is just my own thinking, and I think we can share on the comment section, right? So, people have a lot of expectations when they're doing things. When you get married, before you get married, you have your expectations probably of, having probably the same attention. And then you find yourself in a position where you can't have that attention probably after the kids and stuff. So it's important normally to just, talk about these things and then don't expect a smooth ride, because there's no smooth ride in life in everything you do, be it work, marriage. And I call marriage another part of, it's a kind of job as well. So, before you get married, when you are on the dating, session, that time you're preparing for an interview. So you want to really get the job. So you want to really impress. You want to, be your best. You don't want to even have a chipped, nail or something. If you're a man, you always want to have probably haircut, and you want to look your best, or you want to just make sure that the other person considers you as, the top. But thank you so much. Thank you so much, Viana. Thank you. So it's important to, just not have too much expectations. And as I was saying, so you are trying to, get that job. And, when you want to get that job, you want to go to the interview and you want to look your best. You want to have to be, to be polished, to have the best grammar, to have, if you don't have a clean suit or something that is, formal, nice, you really want to even go an extra mile and buy. But the question comes, what about when you get that job? Once you get that job, what happens? Are you still, waking up in the morning and, preparing and doing stuff? Let me know on the comment section and see what you guys as well think. And as we do that, don't forget to give a thumbs up. It's very true. Host, you're on point. Thank you, Viana's Beauty. This topic is very good. Good question. Sweet Pelly, hi. How are you? Thank you so much, sis, for joining. Thank you so, so much. So the topic today is marriage, finances, and in-laws. Oh, Lucy. I have observed you and it has a good idea to share and say, oh my gosh, it's not like a secret per se, but it's something that I've always thought that, when you leave the context of marriage as something that it has to be, like really uptight, then it's better. You find it, you enjoy it because every day you are expecting, or every day you want to do something just to make sure that you're on top of your game. You see, it doesn't have to be anything, you don't have to spend money, you don't have to do anything like extra, but those little things really do matter. Your internet is not stable. Watching you silently, I'm a bit busy. Okay. So I'm not clear. Let me know if you can hear me, guys, because can you hear me? Am I clear, guys? I don't know if my internet has issues really. But I could check it out. Loud and clear at Mombasa. Good. Oh, all right. I'm glad you can hear me. Okay, so I was saying that is the big question. Once you get that job, how are you doing? And it's not about or a man or the woman, both of you. I mean, it's a joint combination for both of you to make sure that things work well. Doesn't have to be, there's no perfection. I always say there is nothing that is perfect, and you don't have to expect perfection unless you are not, you're not realistic. But there's no perfection in marriage, especially. And you have to know that there are times that there will be, small conflicts, but everywhere else has that, be it in the workplace, be it, even with personal family. I'm not talking about in-laws, I'm just saying personal family. There's always, a brother and a sister and, a mother and the, and the kids. So it's expected. Esther, how long are you supposed to know your partner before getting married? Good question. There is no time limit. That's my thinking. What do you think, guys? This is a good question. We can answer it here. How long are you supposed to know your partner before you get married, before getting married? What do you think? Do you think there's a timeline that people need to have a timeline to, to court and then, get to know each other in marriage? Personally, I think there is not really a timeline, but it depends with the two of you. Exactly. That is very, very important. The challenge is to try as much as possible to behave during the marriage as that first appointment day. Yes, of course, it's not possible to be that way because we are all human. We have feelings, and we cannot just be every day and wake up and show up and, think everything, is all smooth. Sometimes you have the pressures from work, probably pressure from your other family, like your direct family. You have your own, personal things that can really make you not be the person you are, you see. So it's important to always understand that there are challenges, of course. So, how long are you supposed to know your partner before you get married? What do you think, guys? Viana, tell us, Mama. Yes, there need to be a time, but I personally, I don't think you really need to have a time because gone are the days people meet today and after a few months they are married. So I don't know if you really need to set a timeline, but you need to know each other quite well, at least. It's important. Welcome, guys, and don't forget to give a thumbs up for the host. So click on the, thumbs up button, on the like button. Okay, so you need to have your expectations about marriage. That means you need to know, what are you expecting. That has to be, a topic that you need to talk about. I mean, something that you need to talk about so that the other person. Hi, Dr. V Space. Thank you so much, sis. Welcome. You're not late. It's never too late. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Dr. V Dr. V Space is also a YouTuber, sis. She is very good. She does a lot of, exercise and workout. If you are looking to lose weight the right way, guys, check out her channel and she will walk you through, how to do that in a very good way. And she has lots of workout for people who you can do them at home without no, machine or something. Let me go back and give a thumbs up. Yes, thank you, sis. Welcome. Give a thumbs up to the host. Hi, Lucy. I can say the time, it is just the time you both realize you both match. Yes, I think there is no timeline with, for those who are joining, there was a question that has been, we were discussing something. How long are you supposed to know your partner before you get married? So, do you think there should be a timeline? Do you think there should be a timeline before people get married? Or you need to realize, okay, it needs to, to like fall in place. When it falls in place and when you feel comfortable with each other, then you can get married. What do you think? Hi, Christina. Wow, some cultures are different, so I wouldn't put a timeline. Very true. Very, very true. You can't put a timeline because everybody has to be comfortable. I mean, the two individuals have to be comfortable with each other. They need to know each other. They need to, and then it depends if you're coming from the same culture. There are people who don't mind. They can meet you tomorrow. They want to marry you, in a couple of weeks. And there are some cultures that are very strict. That's a really important, thing to note. Yes, and there are also families, there are families that are very, they have their values that if you want to marry our sister, our either our sister, our daughter, you need to make sure you take them to their, to your, place or your home to know your family. So there needs to be, a lot of, exchange, and that can also take a lot of time. Like in my culture, you need to come to my home, like my village, get to know my parents, and so it needs to be like twice or thrice. So yeah, so the timeline really doesn't really, I don't think it really exists. You can just put your timeline as individuals when you decide, okay, you know what, we want to get married in this time, but it's important to just let things flow. Hi, Dr. V is saying no timeline. Everyone is different with different expectations. Once the two people think they are ready to spend the rest of their lives together and grow together, they can go for it. Very, very true. So putting really a kind of a timeline is not very necessary, not unless really you really need to do it. Hi, Oscar. Thank you for coming. What should a man in Kenya do if pictures of their woman with the famous Mike Oliver? Oh my gosh, this guy has been really trending. So this I will leave to my Kenyan sisters who are in the comment section to just to just answer. There is a guy that has been trending in Kenya who has had a lot of photos, and now he just put them on the internet, so they're all over Facebook, and he's been with so many women. So the question is, has he had those women as his girlfriends, or it's just a publicity stunt? So really, I haven't been able to to follow up that story, but it's quite a funny one, because I mean, it's over like 30 women. So anyway, and then it depends also with the dignity of the woman. If you cannot respect yourself, then really you move on to the next person who has the values that you want. Esther is saying, what about moving together before marriage? Okay, in my language, or in another language, you call it "come we stay." This is what we used to say back home. they are living together. It's a "come we stay." So it's a "come we stay" kind of a marriage. So what about moving together before getting married? I think it's a choice between the two people to move together, and some people say test the waters and see how marriage is, but I believe it's a choice between the two people. If you want to stay with each other before you get married, like official getting married, it's okay. Or if you want to, stay separate and then get married and come in together, it's as well a good thing. Hey, Christina, they call it shack up. But then in some cultures, it's not allowed. Very true. Yes, in some cultures, in some religions, it's not allowed. So, yeah, depending again with the religion, with the culture, you have to, put that into consideration and find out and then again, it's two adults who are, grown, and they can decide to do what they want. But if you're probably to advise like a really, really someone who really wants to move in with the other person, you see, you can't tell a grown up person, don't go and live with your boyfriend if you're my sister, or if because at the end of the day, they know the consequences, and it can be a healthy relationship, and they live together well, and and they get married, and life goes on well. So it's how they feel, and if they feel they're comfortable living together before marriage, so be it. But in most European countries, it's quite fine. In fact, it's very acceptable. You want to go and live with your boyfriend, as long as you're 18 and above, or 21, depending with where you're coming from, you can go and live with your boyfriend and probably you're in the university and you stay together, and yeah, and sometimes you can get married or never get married, and life moves on. So it's quite depending again on the culture. Hi, sweet Pelly, welcome. Okay, so let's move on to your, so how you want to probably raise your kids, or how many kids you want to have. It's also a topic that, okay, it's also something that people need to also put in consideration. What do you think, guys? Like, when you meet a guy, when you meet a lady as a man, do you talk about those things immediately when you know that this is the one, this is the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with? It's important to discuss those things, because I might probably want 5 kids and the other person wants 1 kid or none. So there is going to be, a lot of controversy, a lot of probably fights if you don't discuss about that, and then you're moving into marriage and you expect, anyway, everything will just be fine. If I want 5 and you want probably whatever number of kids. Hi, Christina. How are you from? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Irene. Welcome so much. Welcome to this forum. You're looking good, my sister. You're looking good, my dear. Thank you, my sister. Thank you. How is Qatar? Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. So the topic of today is marriage, finances, and in-laws. And it's a topic that it's always, overlooked, and people don't like to discuss about it a lot of times. So yeah, that's what we are talking about tonight. Yeah, tonight. Okay, so like how the number of kids that you need to have. So you need to talk about that. It's very, very important, because once you get into marriage and you realize your other significant other cannot or wouldn't want to have kids, it really, it hurts, or it can just, heartbreak you. So it's important to discuss about that. It's important. Sweet Pelly, welcome, sis. It's important to discuss about that as well. Another thing that I always think that is very important is personal goals and, achievements and careers. You might, let's say, you have different careers, you together with your spouse, together with your partner, and you need to discuss about that. Let's say something that I've always talked about with some of my friends. Let's say you have one of the couple is working out of the country, and you need to settle in another country, and one doesn't want to, nobody wants to give up their career for marriage or something. So it's a really important topic to talk about. Thank you so much, Dr. V. Very, very true. Absolutely true. Yes. So it's important to talk about those things and just know, if I'm going to, move to a certain place, or if I'm going to move to a certain country, am I going to work? Am I going to, do all those things? So it's something that, because I believe if you talk about it before, then it's much easier to deal with than, after. Or let's say a career like, let's say I'm a air hostess, and I fly every week, you see. So are you going to be comfortable with that career as my future husband, let's say, quote unquote? So it's important to discuss about those things. What do you think, guys? Is it important to talk about career achievement and, and goals? Qatar is good. Vienna's beauty. Dr. V is in the building. Yes, Dr. V is in the building. She came, and it's very, 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 very important, because she has really showed us how to do this YouTube thing, and she's been an inspiration. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for always giving me this kind of support. I remember Dr. V telling me, no, keep pushing harder. You need to just make sure you upload videos, make sure you have a good thumbnail, make sure. It's very important to have, that kind of support system. It's very, very important because you need that, especially on YouTube, especially when you're starting. It's very important. Okay, so let's say goals, personal goals. Do you think that you need to talk about personal goals, or you need to, hide it and keep your secrets by yourself? Vienna's beauty. Talk with Rose. Thumbs up for the horse. Thank you so much. Keep reminding them, my girl. Thank you so, so much. And Vienna's beauty, she says, especially from people you can completely rely on. Yes, it's amazing to have, a kind of a support system that is there always. It's important because sometimes you get overwhelmed and you need that support system. It's very important. Good topic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So personal goals. Let's say you have a personal goal as as the woman or the man. You want, probably after some years, you need to probably have achieve something, or quit your job and start traveling the world. So is your significant other comfortable with that? Are they going to be, are they going to support that? It's important to know that those kind of things, especially, life goals, are very, very, very important. So you need to be always probably at par, or, just find a kind of a balance so that every one of you have something to, not to feel left out. Dr. V says, yes, it's important to talk about your career path, personal goals, because you both need the support of each other in order to grow. Very, very important. Talk with Rose, let's bake. Yes, very important. That is, Sweet Pelly is a YouTuber, but Sweet Pelly says Martina is not a YouTuber, sis. So you can bake with the rest of the sisters there. Okay, so it's important to talk about that. I feel like sometimes we overlook, and there is nothing like perfection. If you love traveling, or if you love maybe doing something, and you want to really do it before, in your lifetime, and if the other person doesn't like it, you need to get something that can, make sure that, okay, if she doesn't like traveling, then we can try and do ABC and find, a kind of a balance there. Don't forget, guys, to thumbs up for the host. Yes, it's very, 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 very important, guys. And as I said, I have my support system here. I have a Talk with Rose. I have Dr. V Space, who has been very amazing. I have Vienna's Beauty. I have Amy Steen. Vienna's Beauty does a lot of beauty, as the name suggests, and she does also workouts, very good workouts that you can do at home as well, and also lifestyle. She's a mom, so she has little bits of everything. Yes, compromise, that's the word. Very, very true, Dr. V, very true. You need to have a kind of a compromise so that nobody feels left out. Yes, that's very, very, very true. And Etienne says it's important to plan about the number of kids the couple would like to grow. From the moment the kids arrive, grow them well is the important aspect of our life. It's very important. Getting kids or having kids and growing them is different. So it's important to to know if you are capable, if you want five, if you are capable to take care of them, or you can have one or two or three and take care of them well, like give them good education, give them as like a standard lifestyle that they'll be comfortable. By the same moment the couple's life should move on, it's very, very important. Like you also need to have, you need to have kids and also need to have your kind of a personal life with your spouse. You know what I mean? So a balance needs to be found. That's why planning is better. And but then things go differently. At that point, the couple should have the strength to handle it well. Yeah, it's, I mean, I always say that there is nothing that is perfect. Everything is, and it's also a learning lesson every day that you wake up, you have different, experiences, and it makes you to grow and learn. So yes, it's important to plan ahead. Always try as much as possible to plan ahead and to know what you really want than to expect and just keep it to yourself. And expectations hurt. I always say expectations hurt. So if you are expecting this person to be this way and then you get into marriage and they are not the same, then there is something wrong somewhere. So there is a quote that I would like to share with you. Dating is like a job interview. Because you want the job so badly, you present yourself in the best possible way. As I said, it's, you want to be that way, but you can also have, little bits of that in your marriage to make sure that it's not also boring, and you're not really on the other side. If you're a mom, you want to take care of the kids. I know it's very overwhelming, but it's also important to just balance. So what are the challenges mostly for marriage? What do you think are the biggest challenges for marriage and married couples? My biggest, I think, challenge that I think people deal with is communication. Communication is very important. Sometimes you think maybe you're at the same, you're at par, or you want to keep some things for yourself, and then you realize that that is a mistake in itself, because probably if you speak about it, it's important. If you speak about it, you avoid a lot of probably fights, a lot of misunderstandings. Hi Esther, good question. I always wanted 3 kids, but now okay with 2, and I'm happy. You see, it's very good to just talk about those things. Communication is key. Thank you, Christina. Esther is saying, and my husband is happy too. You see, it's a win-win, and everyone is happy. Okay, so communication, yes, it's best to have clear communication with your partner. Very, very important. So another thing that I think, can have a challenge, or can, build a challenge in a marriage is, ignoring or overstepping on boundaries. Like there are people who like to do their things in a certain way and have, they have their values, and it's important to respect those values, so that you don't overstep, and it can bring a lot of misunderstanding. Etienne is saying communication and compromise are key. Very important tool in marriage. Very true. And also different life stages can also create a kind of a challenge in a marriage. Maybe the woman is older, or the man is, they have a really, really big gap, or something, then it can create a kind of challenge. But there is always a solution under the sun. Always, you can always find, as we said, compromise is very, very important. And then another thing I think that can can bring a lot of challenges is finances. What do you think, guys? Let me read your comments down below and just find out what you think about finances. Do you think it's like a really major, it's a big deal in a relationship? Personally, I think so. And let me know what you think as well. I would like to say a big thank you guys always for supporting my channel. So as we continue, I just want to, thank you guys that I have 1,730 subscribers as of tonight. I don't know why I keep saying today, as of tonight. So I'm so grateful for the kind of support you guys have given to my channel. And moving forward, I'm sure and I know, and I will get to more milestones. Finances become a big problem if there is no clarity and sincerity in the couple. Wow, good point. Finances become a big problem if there is no clarity and sincerity in the couple. Oscar Kip. No money, no honey. Oh my gosh, finances. That is a really big deal, and it's something that can bring lots of misunderstanding, can bring lots of fights, lots of, like everything that is not good. Christina says, yes, finance is important and it is good to have conversation about it. Very true. How we spend in the household and what we spend on, there should be no secrets at all. It's very important because you need to understand your person, as we said before. You need to understand what kind of person you're dealing with. And now when it comes to finances, now you need to narrow down and understand, is this person a big spender, or is is someone who likes to save and keep money? Because you need to get the balance. Miles Kitchen. This is a very hot topic discussion. As for me, I think communication is key. I think communication in a relationship is key. Yes, very important. Oh, Miles Kitchen, thank you so much, sis. This is also a YouTuber. She does cooking videos. You can follow her on Miles Kitchen, and she is based in Kenya. She has really good recipes that she can share with you guys. Christina says, if partners are not open about their finances to each other, it can cause big problems. Very true. That's where, like, I was reading most of the divorce cases that happen, the biggest challenge or the biggest cause is always finances, and amongst other, other causes, especially with the kids. You need to be very open with it. Yes, if you have kids, you need to know if you have to, put accounts for them for the future, because you never know what the future holds. So you need to always make sure that you can do that as a family, and there need to be a lot of transparency so that you can, if you need to have probably like savings for the kids, as a family, you need to know if mommy is earning this and daddy is earning this. We need to know how much or what percent has to go to the kids account, what percentage has to go probably to the investing, and all that needs to be communicated. So communication is very, very, very important. So another thing can be selfishness. That is also something that can bring a lot of challenge in a marriage. What do I mean by selfishness? Like one person probably want to always, get away with things their way every time. What do you think, guys? Do you think it's something that people should also, consider talking about and find, of course, a compromise and a balance. Congrats on 1,700 subscribers, more wins. Yes, girl, thank you. I had made a toast when we started. Thank you so much, Dr. V. Thank you for always showing us the way. Thank you so, so much. So let's say in a couple, one likes probably to do something for themselves, and they all, and probably the other partner is not very comfortable or is not very happy. That is some kind of selfishness, and you don't want to consider the other person. And I'm sure, I mean, and that the other person would feel probably left out. Dr. V, you're welcome, sis. Thank you. Yes, to more wins. One day we will just look at this and say, okay, you know what? We are 1.7 million subscribers on YouTube. It's going to happen. I know. The effort you're putting and God is there, it's going to happen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So selfishness. Do you think couples should be selfish about each other? I'm talking about unhealthy kind of selfishness. Like you want to always do things for you and not consider the other person, feelings and stuff. Yes, it's very important to Desiree. No, Jotham is saying it's gonna happen real soon. See you making the right moves. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I remember the way you used to tell me, Jotham, go big or go home. So I choose to go big. Thank you so much for always supporting me. Thank you so, so, so much. So do you think that it's something that also the couples need to talk about? Because it can bring a lot of challenge. Guys, I'm not an expert in this, but I just like to, to share what probably I have read, what I've experienced, what happens in the daily life. Because look, nobody is perfect, and marriage is not even close to any kind of perfection because it has a lot of its challenges. You just need to choose the positive. You need to choose what you think that can be healthy for you, right? Yes, because there's no any kind of perfection. There is nothing that is smooth. You have to know that. Nothing. So you need to choose your path, whether you want to always have to fix, or you want to fix things and make sure they are, good, or to complain and just leave everything on their own, something like that. So, and again, you see, marriage is made up of two adults, two people brought up differently, different cultures, and they practically didn't know that one day they'll meet. So it's not like you need to write a letter and say, you know what, my future wife needs to be A, B, C, D, and send that letter to some kind of space, and that person will just pick it and say, okay, so this is the kind of husband I'm looking for. Then I'll pick this letter and keep it and reply. There's nothing like that. No problem, sis. It's okay, Viana. That's fine. Welcome, Selambi. welcome, welcome. Welcome, Viana. Yes, I know it's you. I'm here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, as it's just two people who are imperfect, but trying to just make their life and, trying to, with a lot of imperfections, but trying to make sure that they are, moving and having a healthy relationship. So, let's move to finances. So, what do you think? How to prevent probably financial issues in a relationship. Now we're talking about a relationship. It doesn't matter whether it's a come we stay, it's a marriage, it's, generally. Thank you, Miles. Miles says, thank you, my sister, for mentioning my YouTube channel. And I think I would love hear more of this interesting discussion. Some of us are not tested the waters yet, marriage, and I don't mind. Yes, it's important to just have information. Information or knowledge is key. You always keep it, and it's just, good to have the knowledge. Okay, so disclose your financial situation to your significant other. Do you think you need to disclose everything? But when I mean everything is how many accounts you have, how much have you saved? Probably you've been working for quite some time. Do you think you have to discuss all that? Like in detail, like I have 3 accounts, I have these savings, I have this, I have this, I have this. Do you think is important to do that to your significant other? Thank you, Christina Vlog. Christina says, oh yes, it's very important to discuss about these things. It's important to discuss about the financial aspect of it. And yes, for me, definitely, when you are married, you become one. It's very true. And I'm going to quote something. 1 Corinthians 13, 4-8 says, and now these 3 remain: faith, hope, and love. That's what builds a marriage. And when what God has put us together, nobody can, is supposed to, put it away. Christina says, yes, definitely. When you're married, you become one. Esther says, yes, it is. Please, you need to give all this information. And this has to be both ways. It doesn't have to be only the man to give all the detail, and then the woman is there just to, as women, sorry to say, sometimes we want to be on the receiving end just to get information. But probably there is something that you had invested in, and you need to discuss about it. If you're comfortable, you can discuss about it with your spouse, because now that you become one, it's good to know. Even if you have a loan, you had a loan, but maybe someone has something to differ. If you had, a loan or what, you need to discuss so that the other person doesn't have expectations, probably when they get into marriage, and then they find out, wow, shock on me, there's no money. Where's the money going? I didn't tell you I'm paying some loan, or I have this, I have a mortgage, I have this. So it's important to talk about these things. What do you think, guys? Let me read the comment section. Esther says, because we are planning together. Yes, Viana, Ernestine TV, hello. Irene says, Miles Kitchen, welcome. Thank you so much, guys, for making this conversation very interesting. It's something that people don't talk about it a lot, but it's a good topic to just brainstorm and have ideas. Nobody has always too much information, and it's good to have always knowledge. Dr. V says, it's important to have a financial plan and decide how your finances will be run. Some people put all their money in one pot and spend from the pot. Others decide to take care of bills separately. Very true. Different people, different kind of mindset, and how they, there are couples who will split bills, and there are couples who will say, okay, you know what, let's put all this money together. If you're earning A, I'm earning B, let's put together, and then we know together we have our, this is what we have to spend on, and this and this and this. talk about outstanding debts. Like I was saying, talk about outstanding debts. It's important to, for your other significant other to know what has been there. And if you have any income sources, like extra income streams, it's important to talk about it. And then we have also investments in the future. You need to know how much probably you're going to invest in the future, how much you're going to save for, better days, and also other financial assets that as a couple you have together, right? Because I believe once you get married, it's about two people who become one, and you need to, at least better part of the time, to be on the same space. Understand your partner's money mindset, fear of losing money. Like, you need to understand your partner's money mindset. If one partner probably is that one person who likes to, to keep money and don't want to really spend it, and there's one person who likes to spend it, because you're not all the same. Irene is saying Mouse Kitchen to married life. Esther says, growing as a family is for better and for worse. You both know how to spend. Exactly. You need to know how to, how you spend your money. You need to know, if we're going to spend this money and this money one day is not there, it's not only me as a mom or you as as the father of the family. It's going to be all of us, including the kids. If we don't have, we won't have. So it's good to always have those, even the small plans that you can keep for better days, and make sure that you have something somewhere and some investments and all that. Set your eyes on the prize. Check if you're still together in terms of finances, and there's nobody who is hiding something. You see, like, there's a story I was reading the other day that a couple found, one of the couples found out that the other person had taken a credit card, and now that credit card now was being deducted from their main account, something like that, I think. And it's, the other person, this can be really, really bad for your marriage and for your union. Because can you imagine that you have to pay for something, or you've taken a loan and your other person doesn't know? It can be very bad. These are the things that can lead even to, divorce, because the other person feels like they have really been they are really not considered. So it says growing as a family is better for us. Yes. So it's very important to discuss and to know how the other person is, doing, and there's no any shortcuts, there's no any, kind of any kind of lies or something. And if you probably feel that you can't have the same account, there are couples who are happy with their separate accounts, then you can bring in the bills, and you can, either split or share, or someone can do this and like that, but at least have some kind of agreement is very important. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Do you think it's good to have a joint account or separate account and deal with the bills whenever they come? Let me read here on the comment section and see what you guys think. Because finances is a topic that is very, 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 hardly people talk about, even in just families themselves. They like to hide without talking about it, because it's very sensitive, especially when one person feels like probably they're doing so much, or they want to do other things with their finances, with their money. So it brings a lot of money fights. And then also, you don't have to keep secrets. As Christina said, once you are married, you become one, and you don't have to have any secrets about anything, be it marriage, be it finances, be it your kind of your relationship, be it how you run the house, how you raise the kids, because it's important to be on the same, be at par when you're raising your kids. You know that if mommy says you cannot have candy, daddy says you cannot have candy, or you have it some other day, just to to make sure that you are together, but not the other way around, that one parent would say you can have this, and the other one says no, but you don't have to to have this. So parenting is also very important, so that you are together when you're talking about or raising your kids, or even interacting and doing things, and even making decisions, because as you will, as you're living together, you have a lot of decisions to make together, right? What do you think, guys? The question is, do you think you need to have a joint account, or you can have two separate accounts, or everybody can just handle their finances, and whenever the bills come, you can just handle them as they come? What do you think? What do you think, guys? This is just a really amazing, amazing forum. I think we're going to do this again and again, different topics. Yes, you're going to do this on different topics. Probably I'll sit and think whenever I'm comfortable, probably once a month or once in a couple of weeks, so that we can talk and brainstorm and find out what are the things that we need to know, or share ideas, experiences, and all that, right? So do you think, guys, that you should have separate accounts, or you can have joint accounts or account and just deal with things the way they are? Chen says, for me, it doesn't matter having a joint account or a separate account. What is important is to, wow, this is a very important one. For me, it doesn't matter having a joint account or a separate account. What is important is to be true, and having shared plan and respect it. Very, very true. Thank you so much. Yes, because there are people who are uncomfortable having their, having their separate, having joint accounts, just probably because they have their own past experiences, fears, and all that. So you need to respect people's fears, and so you can have separate accounts and just deal with the things the way they are. If you need to, put money aside for this and that, and invest and save, so you can deal with that there. All right. So how you can handle the finances is by sharing how much you earn. Do you think it's important to share how much you earn to your spouse? Personally, I believe it's important to share, but it's not also an easy, it's not an easy way. Most people don't think like some people would think. Maybe it's not very important to share how much you earn, but look at it. This is your family. This is your husband. This is your wife. This is your kids. This is your people. This is everything. Hi guys, are you there? So now we are going to discuss about in-laws. Who are in-laws? In-laws are relatives because of marriage. In-laws are relatives because of marriage, so it can be on the side of the wife, it can be the side of the husband, it can be the sisters, the brothers, the mother, the cousins. All those are in-laws. It's important to share how much you earn with your spouse, but not to outsiders. Very true. And of course, that's how you keep family secrets. And these family secrets are supposed to be within the immediate family. So, yeah, it's important to share how much you earn, but just with your immediate family. Like if it's only you and your spouse that knows you earn X, and he knows you earn Y, that is it. It doesn't have to be beyond that. And that is how you build foundations of keeping your things between your immediate family. Very important there, Dr. V. Thank you so much. Okay, so relatives because of marriage, these are in-laws. So how do you handle in-laws? Because this is also a topic that people always think of. When you think about in-laws, you think, okay, in-laws are people that are, yes, thank you, Dr. V. Yes, at a 10, have a plan and respect it. Very true. So in-laws are always people, and people think that in-laws are people who are, given them, that's my in-law. But they're also, people you can meet in your marriage that are really amazing. But there are also things that you have to note, because it's important to have the respect. It's important to have the boundary, and also just make sure that you are not overstepping. What do you think, guys? So what do you need to do? I mean, how can you handle your in-laws, especially when you just gotten married, when you just get married? How can you handle your in-laws? Personally, I would say just have minimum expectation. It's important. Like, you don't have to have any expectations, and then just let things flow. Like, you've met your mother-in-law, you've met your father-in-law. Don't be too fast to want to please them, because it's that thing of, oh, this is my in-law, I need to be on my best foot. I need to be, really good to them. But you see, that's some kind of pretense. You need to be, yes, good, but just be yourself. And then don't expect that they're going to be good to you, because why would they have to be too good to you? And that's where respect comes in, and makes the two or the other parties to be very, very respectful of each other and have that good relationship, but having respect. It's intense. Ernestine, thank you so much, bro. Thank you. So how do you handle your in-laws, your mother-in-laws, your father-in-laws, your sister-in-laws, your brother-in-laws? How do you think is the best possible way to have healthy relationships with them? You can share a few tips so we can, or just let's brainstorm, guys, and share what you have in mind. So another thing is just to make sure that you're at ease and let things flow. Let things fall in place. Don't be, too hard on yourself. Like, if you wanted probably to just be on yourself that day and just probably read a book or have your me time, maybe you've had a long weekend and your in-law calls in and says probably they want to come, and you think, I mean, it's a short, it's really like they want to come that same time. You have you can say no. Like, you can say, you know what, I'm having some time, please. I can be available tomorrow. Today, probably I'm not available. Do you think, but again, with a lot of respect, keep in mind that. And then another thing, I think, communicate directly with your in-laws. If you want something, there's that tendency of saying, okay, I don't like how your brother was treating me, or I don't like how your brother was talking to me. I don't like how your sister was. But you are sending your spouse to talk you know, to their relative, or their sister, their mother, their brother, whoever. Instead of doing that, find just a cool down and find a way that you can talk to them. And I always say, sometimes humor breaks a lot of if you're struggling or if you're having a challenge communicating, you can drop in some kind of humor and everybody will be at ease, and you can bring now your point, and voila, everything is, you talk about what you wanted to talk about. So just find a way that you can handle situations with your in-laws that is healthy. And then again, another thing, if you think you have tried and it's not working so much that you think probably they're always, the boundary, I mean, there's always a wall, and then you feel like you are not very acceptable, respect that, because they were not expecting you to come. Probably someone else would have come. So it's a kind of when you knock to your neighbors and they don't expect you, or they were not expecting you, of course, but you are there probably asking information or giving information or something. So you don't have to feel like, don't get everything personal whenever you are, dealing with your in-laws. I think so. What do you think, guys? Let me know on the comment section, guys, what you think, how to handle in-laws. I'm a very happy person, so I don't like to have misunderstandings. What I can avoid, I can just laugh it out and just avoid it, or ignore and move on, because if you have bigger things to think about, and if you want to be the bigger person, you will always have something to, you know, find something that can help you to, handle things in a very good way. Oh, it's raining here. Wow. It's been hot. So when the rain comes, you say amen. So it says about the in-laws, it's important to always be yourself, as you said. People need to know you for what you are. It's a good strategy to avoid surprises. Thank you. This is what I'm talking about. Like, don't have too much expectations. Be yourself. If they're expecting you to be that person who likes to, clean every single minute, make sure the house is clean, and you're not that kind of a person, you don't have to pretend, because you're there to stay and be yourself. Let them know what kind of a person you are. Of course, no extremes. Of course, if you have to handle things, you just need to know how to handle them the correct way or the right way. But just make sure that you don't have to pretend. Lucy is saying my point. In-laws should not be too close to couple and leave them space and privacy. Very true. That is also something that is important. Like you need, let's say if you're living with your in-laws, or if you visited, let's say you visited your in-laws and you're there, whether you're mother-in-law, your father-in-law, you need to always give them the space, because these are people who are used to, staying to, they like to stay together. Esther is saying, for me, respect and boundaries is very important, because sometimes we want to be so close to the in-laws, but always remember, good friendship comes with time. Very true. Let things flow. Be yourself. Just have respect. Have the boundaries. Don't overstep. If you know that some of your in-laws don't like ABCD, you don't have even to just try to, just have that respect. Respect them for what they are, and they will respect you back. I always say, when you give respect, it will come back to you. So yeah. And then know yourself. Don't try and fit in too much. Like if they like to do a particular thing and you have a get together, and that probably from your culture, that's not what you are used to doing. You don't have to fit in. Nobody says that you have to fit in with your in-laws. Just be yourself. Bottom line. Never take things personal. Very true. You don't have to take things personal. Sometimes you'll crack a joke, but especially when you are not talking the same, you don't speak the same language, it's important to just, and then when they translate, that becomes, something else, and probably you get offended. Don't take offense, because find a way not to take things personal, especially when it comes to in-laws. Okay, so it's very, very important when you're dealing with your in-laws to know how to handle them. Now, I have a question. How do you deal with the in-laws, especially when, I'm African. So in our African culture, when you have to support the in-laws, the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, on the side and on the side, what do you think is the everybody has to support, everybody has to support their parents, or you need to come together and talk about it? What do you think, guys? Because like in the African culture, we really, it's quite something to, to support your parents. And once you're married, you one thing and you need to probably talk about it. What do you think, guys? Do you think you have to talk about how you can support them, be it financially or directly or indirectly? Wow, it's been 1 hour and a half. This is a good job. Yes, respect is very important, especially when we're dealing with in-laws. And if you're dealing with people with different cultures, very important. Even your own culture, it's very important to just keep the respect. And then also be kind. You need to be kind. Meaning what? You need to be kind. You need to, things that you can just let them slide. You can just, do that, so that you don't look like you are very complicated, and you are trying probably to be control freak to their brother or to their sister or to their, so you just, there are things that you really just need to just, overlook. If it's not important, just, let it slide. How do you think you can handle your in-laws, guys? Let me know in the comment section, guys. And when you come in, big thumbs up to the host. Thank you guys so much for, this huge, huge support. Dr. V says, great job, host. You're doing an amazing job. I have to run, but I enjoyed every minute of the last 1 hour with you and your viewers. Have a blessed weekend. Thank you so much, Dr. V. Thank you for the support. I really, really, really do appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Be blessed. So, guys, what do you think? What do you think how you can, when it comes to supporting the in-laws, what do you think you need to handle it? How can you handle that issue? It says, talking is always the best way to avoiding misunderstanding, which is very true. And we should always have a talk, even if the topic is not our preferred. As I said, there is, especially when you start talking about in-laws, it is always that, something that is always like, nobody wants to talk about the side of, because Not that it's a bad thing, but it's something everybody wants to avoid, Oh, so how can we do this? Like, oh my gosh, I can just, we can just deal with it miraculously somehow without, mentioning that or just dealing with that. So it's important to always talk about it to avoid misunderstanding and to also make sure that we have a healthy relationship. Also, bear in mind that these our in-laws are people, as long as we are married, they are there to stay. They're going to be in our lives. So for you to make sure that you have those kind of boundaries and all that, you need to understand that then there's nowhere they're going. They're here and they're here to stay with you. So for as long as you're married, you need to know how to handle them the best way you can. As I said, nothing is perfect. Everything is, you need to have just the positive mind of doing things and always look at the bright side of things, and you'll always find a solution. Right, guys? So, about the financial support, what do you guys think? Do you think it's something that is important or is worth discussing about? As we're talking about that, I'm going to give a big shout out to some of the people that have really helped me out in my YouTube channel. As I said, I have who are also YouTubers. So no offense to anybody who's not a YouTuber. I always say that my friends are amazing. They have helped me to, to always comment, to always, share and like and all that my videos. But I want to give out a shout out to amazing people who've always been there with me since I started my YouTube channel, who are also YouTubers, and we have also other forums that we're sharing together. One of them, as I said, Dr. V is one of them that has really held my hand. We have Viana's Beauty, who is doing beauty and lifestyle and workouts as well. And she has a program. You can check her out on her, on her channel and see if you can join if you want to lose weight. Dr. V is also doing exercise, workouts, and really, variety that you can do whether you're young or old, and their testimonials you can check out. We have a talk with Rose, who is doing. She's a medic, so she does a lot of things that are happening to young girls, teenage pregnancies, all that. If you want to learn anything related to medic and all that, you can check her out. She has amazing stuff. And we have Einstein, who was here. Are you there, Einstein TV? The other day I saw, if you want to learn about Dubai, you can learn so much from him. Check out his channel. He's based in Dubai. He's a YouTuber as well. He's also a great support system. And also about cars, if you're really passionate about cars and vehicles, you can check out his channel as well. We have Miles Kitchen, who has amazing recipes. You can find out from her. She has really amazing stuff. And Christina Vlog, she is amazing. As I said before, you can check out her channel. She does a bit of cooking, a bit of lifestyle. If you want to know a bit of also vlogging, if you want to know about Jamaica, you can check her out. And there is a sister who was here as well that I want to give a shout out. But before that, I would like Sweet Pelly is also an amazing YouTuber. Please check her out whenever you can. She has amazing stuff. So guys, I would like to tell you a big thank you, as I'm so excited. I don't know if you can really, tell, or, you can really understand it. When you come from 50 subscribers, from first of all from one, 0, 1, like that, And now you get 1,730 subscribers. It's quite a milestone for me. I'm so grateful for support system. I really, really, really want to give a big thank you to my husband for always being my support system, my sisters, my family, amazing people, my brother, every single person who does, gives me a lot of, support every time I upload a new video. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I can't mention all your names, but from the deepest part of my heart, I am so grateful. Guys, right now, it's about, I think, like a few minutes before we call it a night. So I am going to, give a shout out also to a lady who is called Milka's Kitchen. If you're looking for unique recipes, like out of, creativity and stuff, check Milka's Kitchen as well. She has amazing recipes. Okay, guys. So let's go back to our topic. So who is supposed to support the parent? Health is wealth. Yes, thank you, my sister. We have talked about marriage, finances, and in-laws, and it's been amazing. Thank you for coming. It's never too late. We still have 20 minutes, so stay here. Thank you for coming. Much appreciated. Guys, now I'll tell you about Health is Wealth is a very amazing support system of mine that has been supporting me since I started. And she is, as the name suggests, Health is Wealth. She has amazing, amazing videos, tips on how to stay healthy, how to, eat healthy. So you can check out, her channel if you want to learn about the foods you eat and the nutrients they bring. Sometimes, you can overlook and think maybe this particular, foods are, good with this. Check out her channel. She has really, really amazing stuff. Health is Wealth. Etienne is saying, how had been your experience so far of moving to Italy, especially the experience of the kids joining a completely new culture, and had the moving from Kenya to Italy affected your couple? Wow, that's a really, really, really big topic. Okay, I'm going to discuss about that in a minute. I want to read something from Health is Wealth. I've been listening for a while, but driving can't type. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sis. It's been amazing. I thank God that I didn't know I would, talk about these things for this long. But thank you for always, supporting my channel. So back to this. How had been your experience so far of moving to Italy, and especially with a kid joining a completely new culture, and had to moving from Kenya to Italy affected your couple? Well, so I'll give you a very, short story of mine and yes, my family. So we got married. My husband is from Cameroon, but he's an Italian resident and also Italian citizen. So when we got married in Kenya, and we didn't ever talk. We never talked about moving to Italy or relocating, because we were based there. We were doing our businesses there, and we were settled there. So it was quite a challenge when it came to a point that we had to relocate because of work. And I must say it was like a huge change in my life, because different culture. Yes, of course, I have traveled, but when you travel, you don't really get to, get the experience, because probably few days or something. So it was like a huge, huge change in my life. So I had 3-year-old. No, at the time he was 2-year-old. I had a 2-year-old kid, my son. So he had just joined kindergarten back home, and now I had to stop him and relocate, because we were thinking of either, I stay back for a year, but for both of us, we thought, okay, you see, it's important to learn the language for the kid to just start school on the other side. And since he was still young, so when we now decided we are going to, my husband was already here ahead of time. He had started working. So to just, start selling stuff and now relocate. Can you imagine packing your stuff and having them in one luggage and just saying, this is what I have and I have to go? Guys, it was not easy. But I thank God because I have great family, both my husband's and my personal, immediate family, that they gave me a lot of, support and prayer. And because at some point I was very stressed of thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to start a new life. I don't speak the language, first of all, so it was not easy. And now, fast forward. So I came to, so we decided, okay, we're going to come. So we came exactly last year around the time. So it's been 1 year. So it was end of July. Yeah. So we came here and I had my expectations, I'm going to live in Europe, I'm going to live in Milan. It's beautiful, it's amazing, it's this and that. But things on the ground, as we used to say in Kenya, things on the ground, very different, very, very different. It was like, you know what? I'm not sure that I really want to stay here for so long. First of all, language barrier was like, the main thing. Second of all, the culture. The culture here is totally different. I was feeling that I'm not acceptable, and then I was just having so much on my mind then, and I was thinking, oh my God, I thought I knew all this. Why didn't I do so much research? So I was always giving myself a lot of blame game and thinking, okay, maybe I need to go back. But I mean, that's a really huge decision. And you cannot just wake up one day and say you want to, go back. Considering, again, you're not alone, you have a kid, you have a family, you have a husband. So all that combined, you really have to be there. So I remember I was, calling my parents and, trying to just talk to them. Nothing, I was not, I mean, I can't talk about these things because this is about my family. So it was just about, um, how are you? Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. This place is beautiful. So I was trying to make sure that I'm comfortable with myself by talking to other people. Do you get what I mean? So every time I was feeling uncomfortable, I would probably call my brother and talk to him. Sometimes he would just tell me, what are you talking about? Sometimes probably I'm just walking, um, I'm just walking and I feel just uncomfortable with myself because I couldn't speak the language. I just knew how to, say hi and just a few phrases. So I would just make that phone call to just feel comfortable and just make myself feel at ease. That is what kept me going. Now, going to the kid, it was not easy, but as he's a small boy, he was still 2 years old. It was not easy, but just handling him. My main challenge was that he didn't have his friends anymore and he can't go out and play with strangers. And besides, you see, we are blacks in our, of course, white people's country, that you cannot just, even if you're in the same, compound, you cannot just say, okay, you can play with, so and so. And it's not like he was not used because we had neighbors who were also, light skinned, white. But you see, these are totally different environment. And also, again, they don't speak the same language. But for him, it was easy for him to adapt because, kids, when you go to the parks, it was easy for him when he just has his bike, he's running around. The other kids would just, talk, and they don't understand each other, but he would speak something in English. The other kids would speak something in Italian, and it was just, fun. So that has been my really experience, and it was not the best one. But when I talk to other, Kenyans who live here in Italy, it was like more or less they'll tell you, you know what, you'll adapt. Don't worry, it's just a matter of time. And I remember also my husband telling me, you will adapt. You are just new here. Take your time, no pressure. Don't kill yourself if you don't understand something. Have your translation on your phone. Whenever you think like you're out there and you cannot translate, you cannot get what they're telling you, just get your translator. Oh, my sister Esther, I know you can relate, right? So it was not very easy. Sometimes you just get probably hop into a bus. I remember one day we were with my friend Esther, and we got into a bus because we were going to some place, and someone just moved from that seat to go to the seats ahead because I don't know, for their own reasons. But you see, some of these things, if you keep putting them, I mean, if you keep taking them personal when you are in that kind of a situation, you can kill yourself. I mean, you can really feel bad about yourself. But you just need to, keep your head high and say, you know what? I don't care. I have to make sure that I am, I am myself. As long as I'm not doing something bad for anyone, I'm doing, the right thing, just ignore the rest. That is not important. So for my son, it was easy for him to adapt. And then after some time, he joined school. Thank God. He started going to school. I remember the teacher didn't understand him because she doesn't speak English. And then I don't speak Italian at that time, and I would go pick him. I would just, type a phrase and say, probably, I, I am Alex's mom. I want to come and pick him. I came to pick him. Then it would just, translate. And when I get there, I would just cram it because the school is not far from our place. I would just walk like a 5 minutes walk, and right now I think about it and I just laugh at myself. But you know what? It's progress. It's okay. It's allowed. You never have to, make yourself, I mean, don't be too hard on yourself, especially for that huge, change. That was a huge life change. And I kept missing my mom because I like talking to my mom a lot. I'm close to my mom, like, I don't know. So that was also something that sometimes I remember when I was leaving work, the office, and going home, I'll just put her on loudspeaker as I'm driving. Probably I'm in traffic. I'll talk to my mom for a long, long time. Okay, we still talk, but it's not like, you can just pick a phone call and, talk every other time. But that was a really, really huge change in my life. And also not having your family around in a very strange environment. You're alone. You need to find new friends. And I thank God that I started going to school. Let me give you a really short story. So I started going to language school, so to learn Italian. And one day I went to the school, and I got into a class. I found other ladies, they're like some from, North Africa, Arabs, and other parts of the country, from Brazil, from where, and then I see one lady, black, like myself, and I'm like, oh Lord, this is what I was looking for. At least I need to be comfortable. I need to have someone, not because I am thinking that I wouldn't, interact with the rest. In fact, I have good friends also who are, from other parts of of the world, or even Italians. It's just that I was looking for acceptance. And I met my friend Esther, and we were just there with each other, helping each other, speaking the the most broken Italian, but just keeping our head high and continuing to, you know, I needed that kind of, person that I would talk to and tell them, you know what, sometimes I know the words, but when someone talks to me, I can't, speak. Then say, oh, so it happens to you. It happens to me as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you're still here, Viana, thank you. So it was a really challenging moment, but I thank God I got the ropes, the support from my, my husband, his friends. I've met so many friends from, from his side, his colleagues, his friends. It's been, we've made so many family friends, and it's amazing. And whenever you go to probably a country, another country, and you want to keep settle in there, I think the best advice is just take a step at a time. Just know the, the how can I say it? Just learn the culture, learn the, the system, how you have to do things the right way, because you need to make sure that you do things the right way, especially if you're in a country where, of course, it's a it's it's a white country. I mean, so you are better placed to be the one who is always on the good and not on the wrong side. So yeah, and then right now we are here that I can, move around, feel comfortable. I'm happy. I'm not, very, very true, Viana. Sometimes not talking helps to avoid a misunderstanding, and it's very important. Whatever you can avoid, just avoid it for the sake of yourself. And just if you can avoid even a small kind of misunderstanding, just avoid that and just, move on. Be the bigger person, always to, try and make sure that whatever is important, keep it. What is not important, you can just ignore it. Esther says, girl, the Lord is your strength. It will be better. Thank you so much. We are together now. We are together in this journey. We have, it has to be better. We spoke the most broken Italian until now that we can speak something. The Lord is good. Diana says, sometimes not talking helps avoid misunderstanding. Very true. Etienne is smiling and laughing. It's very true. When I look back and think I have come from far, I didn't know how you have to, do things. When you are in a different country, it's very, very, very hard to just settle in, and especially if you don't know the language bottom. So if someone is thinking of going to a country that don't speak the same language as yours, please learn the language, at least the basics. Just have the basics. It will go a long, long way. So guys, we have a few minutes to go. Lucy Desiree is saying, thank you very much for sharing the experience. You kept, your phone calls were very, very, important to just keep our heads high and just be on the positive side. So guys, can you imagine, it's been 2 hours already that we've been doing this. I cannot thank you enough, guys. Be rest assured that we'll be doing this once in a while. I will see how I can schedule this, but it's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for staying tuned, and you are doing a great job. Thank you so much, Viana. Thank you so much. At first, when I started, I was a bit nervous because I didn't know how to, to do it. But I watched a bit of your videos your lives, how you go live, and, getting a bit of a courage. Esther is just smiling. Very, very true. It was, we have come a long way. We've come a long way. And I want to thank you guys so, so much. Keep watching. keep supporting this channel, and don't forget to always leave a comment whenever you can. Pass by, share with your friends, share on your Facebook pages. Someone somewhere will watch it. And also, if you find time, guys, thank you, Ernestine. Thank you so much. Oh, brother, you're still here. Thank you so much. I told you guys, Ernestine is YouTuber brother here, and he is based in Dubai. You can check out if you're passionate about cars. If you want to learn about general knowledge, he has a lot of stuff lined up for you. And also, if you want to learn about Dubai, he is a really, really good person who has, you can check out his channel. It's called Ernestine TV. Guys, don't forget to check it out. So, guys, it's a wrap for today. I'm going to leave you here. I'm saying a really big, big thank you, guys, for coming and for staying with me, for all this support. It's a really, really a big pleasure for me. So, guys, let's call it a night. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for coming. I'm going to end this here. A big, big thank you for you guys. Thank you, Viana, so much, sister, for always supporting me. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you, Health as well. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, Althea. Thank you, guys. So right now, I'm going to call it a night. Esther is saying, this was really fun, guys. Please do more of this. Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys. Ciao.